Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Hello. Good people.
Yes.
Uh,
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. Lipstick on. She couldn't play.
Don't do it.
I'm ready to talk.
All right. Welcome, everybody. It is another Thursday, y'all.
Yes, it's your country boy.
And it's your city girl,
Eric
and ELAINE.
of E Square.
Yes. And we're here with some more special guests. Backed by popular demand.
Mm-hmm. They wanted to see us.
It got more. That video got more views.
Now go ahead and say it like the country
than
boy.
all of us. Got more views.
It got more
views.
Right.
Than any other.
What's not to us? Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
So y'all love them so much. We brought them back again for tonight's topic. And y'all know what we do. You know how you do when you do what you do, right? Yeah. When you tune in, you invite somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell a friend, right? You tag, you share, you
comment,
all of that more.
And you grab you something to drink, right? Get your nice little smooth drink.
Make it make sense.
Yes.
Faith Cooper in the house. Yes. Camilo Brielle. Shalom, Camilo.
Hello, beautiful people.
All right.
Ryan,
yes, Riley. And
Karen.
Brother from another mother, all the way.
Ryan, you got to tell Karen we said hello.
Yes. She's probably right there. She's probably.
I know she is. They're like us. They're glued together.
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
They come as one package.
Oh, they do.
Yes.
They do, and they should.
Hands down. All right. So look, we're gonna get right into it. You saw the Facebook post, the YouTube post about Cougardom. Yes, Erykah and Jaron. I hope I'm saying his name right. Jaron, what's the big deal?
What's the big deal?
Now, we don't normally do the whole celebrity thing.
No, we don't. But this is trending, right?
It's trending, and what better place to? Yeah, it's a hot topic
right
now.
And it's about relationships.
Right.
Because y'all know this is our Heal Thy Relationship series, right?
Yes.
And so, of course, our Heal Thy Relationship series is all about having a healthy relationship. Mm-hmm. So tonight's topic is still no different.
Yes, it's about having a healthy relationship.
Absolutely.
No matter how old you are.
Exactly.
No matter how old your woman is.
Or your man.
Well, that's okay. So that's a piece, that we're going to get into. I keep saying going.
That's the country boy. That's the country boy. But listen, I need all of my supporters. I made a call to all my supporters because if you saw the Facebook post, y'all saw that I was totally misrepresented. My picture is also on the Facebook post. Speaking of the title Cougardom. I was misrepresented.
How was you misrepresented?
Okay.
So, we're going to go into all of that. Go ahead. Say what you're saying.
I
want to say hi to Ariel McMahon.
Hey, Ariel.
Yes, Ariel. And Galaxy Girl.
Hey,
Galaxy Girl, I can't say all your name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's A to Z. Okay, and from over here, it looked like something else.
Yes, hey, Bob.
And Bob.
And yes. We are happy Galaxy everyone Girl, is here. Come on in and invite somebody. Okay, y'all, did y'all?
Oh, so
I
that's
want to know why y'all came. Did y'all come for
great.
The topic?
Yes, that's great because Vol no.
For real, Daddy, you got dirty.
He
That's
did me
not dirty.
On this. He did me dirty.
That's not dirty.
I need all my supporters to get ready. Get ready.
That's not dirty.
You have a picture right next to the cat.
That's not
right.
dirty.
Right. So tonight, of course, we've got our wonderful daughters. They're part of the E Squared Society.
Yes.
And
Sorry. I went third word a little bit.
You did.
A little bit.
But then here, we're going to just be sharing tonight on the topic. And hopefully you are here. You're going to be chiming in as well, because we want to hear from everybody. But we're going to, of course, kind of just lay the groundwork on tonight's topic, right, Eric?
Yes.
My country husband.
Country husband.
We're going to lay the groundwork for those of you who can, if you are able to see the screen, then, you know, of course, you'll enjoy the nice little photos. If you cannot see the screen, no worries.
All right.
We got
All right.
you. We're going to talk about it.
Okay, so here we go. Cougardom, Erykah and Jaron.
Mm-hmm.
What's the big deal? Now, I know we have some people on here right now whose wives are older than them, you know, all the way from Brazil. Vol.
Is Vol
Yes.
a cougar?
Vol is like you. Yes, she's in your club. You got to know who all in your club, man. So anyway,
I'm just trying to figure out why there's a cougar club.
So-
why
Right.
the cougars and y'all just it's all right.
Okay,
Y'all
but that's
way
what-
older than me.
Talk
that's
about
what we're gonna talk about. See,
Mhm.
men do it,
I don't like that.
right? It's double standards, as you can see in that pic right there. He's cool. He got all these ladies after him, but when a woman have all these men after her, it's shame on her, right?
Yeah.
So the double standard. We're gonna talk about the double standard. We're gonna talk about societal norms, and we're gonna talk about what are the differences. All right. Now here, we have two guys that this is not being talked about. Sean Diddy Combs, 49 years old, is reportedly dating Justin's, his son, ex-girlfriend, Lori Harvey.
Allegedly.
He gonna need some
Allegedly.
therapy.
Allegedly.
His
Okay.
son needs some therapy.
That's not Lori Harvey, Daddy.
Well, who? That's what they had in the
That's
article.
what it
Well, so
Oh no,
her,
her name is
her name is Lori Harvey. However, her dad isn't technically Steve Harvey.
No, it's
That's
his
her
stepdaughter.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's her stepdaughter. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So that's
Yeah,
her
but that's not-
stepdaughter of
I'm
television
following.
host Steve
Okay.
Harvey. Yeah, I did my research. They calling me
but
on my
they're no
research,
longer
y'all.
together though.
Yeah, but
That
they
was
were.
just-
Yeah. So,
Oh,
but
okay, gotcha.
but that's what.
But they still were
Still,
together.
if something was happening.
Right.
Okay. Then we have 19-year gap between Eddie Murphy and his woman. Now they doing they having it on the down low. But there's a 19-year difference. There's a 19-year difference. Okay. All right. So here are some of the celebrity marriages of folks who were married. Eva Longoria was 7 years older than. Yes, she was 17 years older than Tony Parker, the former
Seven.
San Antonio.
Yeah.
7 years. That's what I said.
Oh, yeah, he's a 17. I was
I
like,
did
oh,
7
yeah.
years. I'm sorry.
Okay.
7 years his senior.
Mm.
Okay, so divorce was final January of 2011. All right. So then we have Janet Jackson. Now she still look like she's 19 years old right there.
I
Don't she?
know,
Yeah. Every bit of knocking on the doors of 60.
I must say, all the women that are older than the men that you're speaking of so far, they look good.
So
Yeah, they
far.
do.
They really do.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, 'cause we-
They look like
So-
they can be the same age as these younger men.
Okay.
He said so.
Everyone's
cut up.
Okay.
So maybe there's something about that. Maybe younger men make older women look younger.
Well, kudos to the men. Kudos to us. Kudos to us. Kudos.
If she looked old.
Well,
It
would
would
it?
be praised as much as that.
Probably so.
That's actually
Shalom.
That ageism.
Shalom.
It's that ageism.
Okay, so but with all of that beauty, the relationship didn't work.
Right.
Okay.
So the
Because
next,
of the age.
the next,
Right.
right. So Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet. Lisa Bonet is 12 years his senior,
Wow.
right? Not quite to be his mom. She can't be.
It's like
I know.
older sister.
But 12 years.
Hold
12
that
years.
thought.
No.
Hold that thought.
No. I
hold on
can't.
to
Right,
that
hold
thought.
on
I'm
to
not
that.
gonna-
Hold on to that
I'm
thought.
not
I'll
gonna-
wait for the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
No. Kiefer. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back. All right. So, and the couple they married in 2017. Although many people believe that they were married since 2007. Okay. Yeah. So they've been rocking for a little while, and everything. So yeah, he still had milk and whatnot. On his breast.
Anyway.
Anyways,
One of his
I'm not going to.
Let's get to my girl Gabby.
Then there's Dwayne Wade. Now, as you can see, she's cute as can be. Cute as can be. Them dimples are off the chain, right? Yeah, but she's 9 years older than the brother. She's 9 years older. And this is the part that got me. The pressure of their careers caused them to split in 2013. During the split, Wade fathered a child, right? He fathered a baby with a friend.
Wow.
With a friend. Yeah, just casually with a friend. You know, they was friends with benefits and everything.
Girl, gotta be protected, child.
So Wade and Union reconciled and were engaged in 2013, and they're still married. So they're still married and everything. Then we have Nick Cannon, right? Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey, right? Cannon and Carey had a 10-year age gap, right? 10-year age gap. The divorce was Cannon filed for the divorce.
Oh, unbelievable.
Because you're not my mama, you're my girl, right? In 2014, and was finalized in 2016. 2 years she was getting all that money.
They were only married for 2 years.
I don't know. The divorce took 2 years.
Well, that's neither here nor there.
Right. All right. So, but based on these numbers, the ratio of success was 40%. Okay, so 40% success ratio. Now, let's look at some more, right? Corey Gamble, girlfriend. Who is that? That's the Kardashian, Kris Jenner, the Kardashians' mom. 25 years older. We hadn't heard anything about. I hadn't heard anything. It's not been a bit. It's not blown up like this.
I honestly didn't know that because he actually passes for older to me.
He really does.
Yeah, well, it's 25 difference, you know, and everything. That's YouTube and Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got Kiefer made it in. What's up, Kiefer?
Yes.
Yeah, so and then Madonna's boyfriend. Okay, now 35 years. 35 years.
Takes the cake. I mean,
Yes.
this was going through
A whole new lifetime.
Yeah, that's almost a generation, right? Normally generations are 40 years, right?
I couldn't imagine.
All right. So that's it. So Erykah Badu's new boyfriend, Jaron Atkinson, he's a fellow musician. He's established himself as well. He is reportedly 27 years old, making him 23 years younger than Badu, right? He is older though because Chris is 66. Woo!
Oh, she's talking about.
She's talking about
Jenner.
yes, Kris Jenner.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
He's older than Ariel.
and other dudes.
Yeah, that's right. Galaxy. Listen, 35 years.
35
I'm
years.
telling you, I know 35.
Okay, so that stuff is coming in slow.
That's
It's coming in slow.
Yeah,
That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. All right, so they engaged and so on and so forth. It was a big deal and everything. So now, here's another cougar situation.
No, yo.
Here's
I
the,
just want
No,
to say,
no.
Let's
we
hear.
do not endorse this behavior.
Right, I was gonna say,
Hold-
put a 5
hold
in
on.
the chat if
Hold on.
you don't think that 88 days
hold on,
is
It's considered.
but I got proof.
I need all my
I got
supporters.
proof.
Come
I got
on,
proof.
get it.
Snap through this.
Come on.
Okay, hold on.
Number 5 in the
Hold
chat.
on. Kiefer said the common denominator with all these relationships, especially Erykah Badu, is the spiritual influence or lack thereof behind these unions.
Totally.
Well.
Totally, absolutely.
Don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. Hey,
Camille put a 5, by the way.
Thank you, Camille.
Camille. Okay,
Yeah.
Camille.
What was the 5 for
No.
again?
Before you,
Okay.
you're not a cougar for 88 days.
Thank you, Camille.
That's
Yes.
just a few weeks.
So, anyway,
Okay,
go ahead
hold
with
on.
your little-
That ain't
Go ahead with
Hold
your
on.
little speech.
Okay, my auntie just came in. And she said, a man her age, I'm quoting her.
This is
She told me a man her age can't do nothing but point her in the direction of a younger man. That's what she told me.
what?
Yes.
Okay.
So Ariel, come on, Ariel. Now see,
Thank you, Ariel.
I gave you that
Thank
plant.
Ariel.
and that should give me some credit.
He did not
Anyway.
stretch before he reached.
Okay, so what y'all need to do is read these statistics. the milestones, right? At this time, in 88 days, I just got here, right?
Oh.
So this woman can bring her hand to her mouth. She can take swipes at dangling objects in her hand, which means she was ready for boxing already, right? And she can grasp and handle toys and wave them and go on, hitting whatever is in her way.
Where you at, Mom?
You hear me? These
letting
are
him have
things
it.
that she can
I'm
do
coming.
in
88
moments.
days,
88
35
days.
years.
88 days. Hold on. Yeah, I understand.
23 years,
But I'm just
88 days.
proving the point that it no matter how much older, you still a cougar. Okay. Visual. Let me get to visual and hearing milestones. Starts using hand and eyes in coordination. So if she want to jab, she looking and hey, she ready and begins to babble. She begins, the child is babbling. She's using language. I can't use no language. I can only see in black and white.
By the time you were born, I was babbling.
You was doing all of this.
I was doing all of that.
You was beginning to imitate sounds. Mm-hmm. You was cuckoo and all this other stuff. And I couldn't do none of that. If somebody says something, but if somebody say something to you, somebody says something to you, you can try to imitate what they saying. They saying mama, you saying mama. I can't say nothing.
I'm gonna hear somebody speak up.
But wait, but the social and emotional milestones. All right. Enjoys playing with other people. You developing a social network already. I don't even know what my mama looked like. Understand? So and also becomes more communicative and expressive with the face. You already
already, Daddy.
You already 88 days. This is true. This is scientific. Y'all can see this.
I'm just saying. He doing the
Let me
That's right, Ariel.
Okay.
Yes, girl.
Imitates some movements and facial expressions. She pop locking and all this other stuff, and everything. That's I'm just listen to what I'm saying. She's singing. She's singing "Isn't She Lovely" by the time I got here. All right, and this cougar couple is still married, so I didn't count that.
Yes.
That particular one. All right. Now let's talk about it. It's time to talk.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
So here we go. Now, really and truly. Okay. So 88 days. Let's finish this off. I'm only 88 days. My people, my supporters, 88 days older than Eric. Does that qualify me as a cougar?
Absolutely not.
If you say yes, I need you to type a 3 in the chat. If you say that's a cougar. And if you say it is not a cougar, type 0. Give me some zeros in the chat.
Sorry.
Why you determine all the zeros?
Yes, give me 0.
Determine what they putting in the chat.
If you say that is not a cougar, Eric Johnson, because he just did me so dirty with putting my face on the post with Erykah Badu, as if I am a cougar. So anyway.
All right, thank you, Auntie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on, bring them in. Yes.
Linda, what's going on? Okay, that's 2 minutes zeros.
Camille put 0.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Come on, TJ, give me a 3 in the chat. TJ.
Look away, Ariel. TJ.
She said
thank you, Mama.
Cougar is an older woman who looks for younger men.
And that's what she did.
No,
she looked.
Just being older does not qualify you.
Okay, anyway.
Thank you.
That's a word.
See, I know my people.
Come on, TJ.
I knew.
What you got, TJ? Come on, TJ. Where you at, Kiefer? Where you at? That's about all the men I got on here.
He's quiet in the back talk.
Come on, Rodney. Rodney understands. He understands my pain.
Rodney says my wife is.
But didn't we just go over double
all right, so
standards?
here we go.
Yeah,
Rodney says his wife is 2.5 years older than him. Is that cougary?
No,
that is cougary.
No, if she was 3 years older than you are.
Okay.
No.
So here's the deal. Now, of course.
Oh, Kiefer, I need you to have some strength.
I ain't touching that. I ain't touching
Come on,
that.
Kiefer.
Okay.
The cock ain't crowed twice, Kiefer. The cock ain't crowed twice, and you have already denied me.
Okay, so the question is, let's be
Wendy is 4 years older than you. I'm sorry.
But she's over 3 years. Yes. I think if you're over 3 years older than me.
Okay. So let's look at the question. Let's bring this a little bit in. So, would you encourage your son or your daughter? Would you encourage them about Cougardom, or would you warn them?
Depending on how old. Well,
Yeah, it really varies.
Yeah, and it does. But can we talk about like what Ariel said? What Cougardom means?
Well,
which is an act.
I've already established that.
Angel,
Not
what
cheating
you
an
got?
older woman.
Okay.
Actively.
So
okay, like I think I see where.
Oh, that's
what
right.
you're
We got
saying.
one off the screen, y'all.
Yeah, sorry. I see what you're saying, Evan. Like, look, like it's kind of a thing where just like when an older man like approaches a younger woman, like you kind of have to wonder, like, why is it that you couldn't get with somebody around your age? Personally, personally, and this is no shade towards anybody that believes in it, but I see it as maybe you're just not well. You don't have depth to you, maybe for people around your age. That's how I see it. You know, that's how I see it.
Okay.
Or whatever. Now, so same as when a woman is after, you know, a younger guy or whatever. It's kind of just seen as like, oh, she's just trying to get her groove back, kind of a thing. Like she's trying to, you know, she's kind of feeling herself.
Stella got a groove back.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, Will and Jada, right?
Okay,
Like
I was just going
Will,
to bring them up.
Yes, Will allegedly, when he was with his alleged mistresses, they were a lot younger.
I don't want to hear about this.
They were a lot younger than him, but it comes off and to me it makes sense because sometimes I feel like when it comes to Will, his approach to things can kind of be very immature. So I can see where there can kind of be a balance there, you know, for him and stuff. Whereas Jada's more, she has more depth to her, but she also wants to feel loved or whatever. And I think she's a bit more dominant.
Okay.
Is she older or he's younger? I mean, or who?
No, August Alsina is way younger than
No.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say, I don't know. Yeah, I think they're around the same age.
But she's just saying
they're how they, you know, kind of, you know, in their open marriage, they basically chose younger people. Why is that? You know, so
TJ, I've got a message for you, my
Thank
dear
you.
son.
Thank you, TJ.
I do want to say,
so
Yes, we will.
yeah, we don't cut TJ out real quick.
No.
My people's
Staccato
coming for you.
Staccato _09 says everyone has double standards, so you are who you want to be no matter what anybody says. So don't even pay attention to the negatives. You know who you are. Never let go of that. Yes, that is a really good word.
Because truth be told, how these people came together, they were even Madonna. This guy was her. You know, they worked together. So it wasn't like they were hunting for somebody.
Right.
And if you happen to have a like passion, even like Erykah Badu, this guy's in music, he's loving music. You know, hey, if y'all have like passions, move around. Get it in.
Check out what Rocky said.
Get it in.
I
Listen
always
here.
loved other women. I was a willful baby. I'm sorry, that's what's correct.
Something,
We love the
something else.
comments. We love the comments.
Something else to bring up too is I think we kind of focus so much on like the older people. We don't think about the perspective of the younger person.
That's true.
Yeah.
But don't you think, like, not saying that we shouldn't, but at the same time, you can't like ignore the power of the situation.
Whatever.
So if you're easier influenced as a younger person. So, and not saying that you have like you play no part because you know everyone does. But it's hard to ignore how someone that much older, like in Jada or with Erykah or with all of these other people
or Ashley and Michael Darby.
Yeah,
or Scott Disick and his 19-year-old models. Let's not get into that. That's why it's really
like all of these people.
Right.
You can't deny that because someone my age and let's say somebody 30 in their 40s or whatever. Because I mean, and I'm gonna be honest, which is why I think I am sort of biased to this conversation because it's
because your mother's a cougar.
No, because as a 19-year-old who looks younger than a legal age, I get hit on by more older men. Like I mean,
it's
where they
upwards of 30, 40,
where they at?
60s.
When is this going down?
And where were you?
And
Where was I?
Seen that in the
Okay.
We've seen it in the news where the godfather married his goddaughter, you know, and she was just 18.
She just turned 18, so it's just like,
so it's just like it gives
in
me
that I can't, like, I can't ignore. Like, why are you looking, you know, this direction? Like, I don't look like I'm old.
I have, you know, worked with someone this summer. She told me that she was waiting for the guy to turn 18. She's 3 years older than him.
Oh, so she can be legal.
Yes, he just turned 18, but she was looking at him since he was a minor. So I guess it kind of can be twofold as well.
I feel like that's my issue with the conversation is because, or just the situation, period, is the just what's the motive?
Right.
What's the actual motive? Because my issue is, regardless of legal age or whatever the case, it's still a predatory mindset, in my opinion. Because you know, you have you have that upper hand. You know, you can easily manipulate their barely even molded mind.
Right.
So
and
it's
that's
easy.
on both genders.
That's on both genders. So it's easy to convince them, like, oh no, I'm not worried about everybody else. You know, I got some miles on me. I done lived this life or whatever. I got it.
Let me show you.
Some miles.
Stuff like that. So it's just
like maybe she means miles got milestones.
Yeah. Thank you for the pure minded.
Thank
you.
Right.
I got you.
Staccato_09 says, what about the power dynamic? Someone young or whoever that is not aware of the power of someone older than them can be manipulated. Yeah, it goes into what y'all were just saying.
Right, that does. Let me share before I say that. So Ariel says, so Elaine, you got a better reading this.
She says, so I have a theory. What if men who are older go for younger women because they are not in a space where they are capable of coexisting with people their own age?
That's right.
Women who go for younger men have been disappointed by the same older men.
Okay, so I wanted
go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to tap into that a little bit because, you know, it definitely, being a millennial myself, it's just like, it's reverse, you know, so I can kind of relate to that, to where I feel like older men who are established, they offer more respect. They offer more, you know, just better treatment and stuff like that. They're well established, you know, kind of like what we're talking about now and whatnot. But whereas the younger ones are just like, they're a little child, they're a little, you know, slow to some things and stuff like that. But so it's just like a young girl could choose. So, you know, I don't like, you know, the men my age are disrespectful. They're not treating me right. So I'm going to go for somebody older who has more experience with loving someone genuinely, you know, and positively and stuff like that. So I can understand that. I definitely, I think that theory does apply to some people, you know, vice versa, to be honest. But I can kind of relate to that.
So let's look at something happening organically. I mean, because it can be an organic that relationships, you know, if you have the same core values and so on and so forth, it can work. We've seen, just like relationships with peers, we've seen them fail, we've seen them be successful, but the same way with older. But it seems that on the when the woman is older, there are a different set of challenges that they have. Right. So what are some challenges?
Well, and I think, you know, because of what we do, right, we work with relationships. We work with people who are married or, and y'all know we extend our services. We just believe in, of course, healthy relationships, right? And so what we've seen, most times there is a, because of the age difference, we've seen different dynamics happen where the woman, and you may have mentioned that, but where the woman is, she's really not treated as an equal.
True.
Right? And the age difference, and I say between 8 to 10 is probably what I would consider still pretty healthy, or in the sense that if there are no issues, you know, but most times we've had women who were way younger and the man was controlling. And every last one of those relationships that we were talking about they were unsuccessful.
Yeah.
And so so I think that is a
with
problem.
With a gap that's
With
beyond 10 years.
With the gap that's that big,
Beyond 10 years.
that large. And so I think we have to really just kind of look at things in the sense of what is healthy. Because I think if we have those that are in the chat, if you can chime in and you want to share, if you were with someone way older than you, share your experience.
Well, I think even too, though, psychologically, I mean, to be 20 years older, like, you're literally halfway through life. And Erykah, 35, I mean, 35? Sis, I mean, at that point.
Oh, no, they don't have to. They're not 35 years. They're only 24. 23. Yeah, that's 23 years
psychologically, you're not on the same wavelength. And I know some people are like, oh, she's such an old soul, or he's such an old soul. Okay, you can have those, mannerisms, right? But the way you go about things can be completely different than.
But we're saying that too. So are we applying that to men who?
That goes both ways.
Yeah. Okay. So Rodney just asked, "Hey, what would you do if some Gen X or baby boomer jokers come smiling around your queens?"
No, absolutely not.
I got a friend named Rudy, and is related to Betsy. Rudy,
that's my friend,
as a number 9, and Betsy is 12. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
You leave it at that. You will leave it at that.
Yeah, I can't say that. I can't say the. No, listen. If the father was, and I told my daughters, I am not going to pick and choose who they marry because they gotta go to bed with.
But
right?
how would you feel?
No, not me. How would I feel?
You put a lot of love out there.
Oh, I feel attacked. I feel attacked.
Let's talk about.
I'm trying to answer the question. I'm trying to answer the question.
They're waiting.
Let me talk.
Let him talk.
In a nutshell, I ain't gonna like it. Somebody that was in the mirror with a Kango on, with no shirt and some sweatpants on, singing "Rock the Bell," LL Cool J, "Rock the Bell." Our mama said, "Knock you." Nah, that one who was bumping, on his radio, on his boombox, on the back of his 10-speed, Houdini. I'm a hoe, I'm a hoe. No, I'm not feeling that.
Okay.
What did you say?
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, totally honest.
I would have a problem.
Yeah. And me as the mother, like I said, I think I have a friend, and she's 8 years younger than her husband. And they have managed to work well, like I said. So I kind of have this thing between 8 and 10 years, but I would warn against more than 10 years. You're asking me my opinion. This is my opinion.
Right. Yeah. This is not facts.
And so this is not facts.
Right.
And again, I will not ever come between what the Most High has for my children. But you talking ELAINE. Wait, and that's the question. Are you talking to ELAINE or LAINE?
Oh, right. Two different people.
No, because those are two different people. ELAINE will be willing to consider. But LAINE is like, don't you do that. Girl, don't you do that, right? So I would.
Because that means a person can slip into fatherhood.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about Gen X and baby boomers, which is y'all ain't on that.
Yeah.
And we think different. We think totally different.
We know. Y'all think.
Yeah. Andy says, I've been hit on by older women than me, but never involved.
Okay.
And
yeah.
See, it happens. Yeah.
And that was my issue even with when Jada got her name of it brought out. It was like, everyone was so encouraging, but if it were to be real, it would be backwards. And I'm like, that's not
nothing safe.
Yeah.
Like women can't be predatory.
Right. Because it happens way too much in the Black community, if you ask me, and it's seen as almost something to be proud of.
Right.
Right. Oh, make sense. Said I would have a problem with that as well, especially if he's known by the family. She says, I would have to question how long has he been looking at my daughter?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right.
That part.
So yeah.
That is concerning.
Now, shall we talk about it from what the Bible? Because the Bible says, right? But there are instances in the Bible where, and that's some arguments, right? And that's some that, you know, like, hey, the age difference was, you know, not an issue. And I think sometimes we, you know, with the Western mindset that we have, we've got a whole lot of growing to do. They had, you know, they dealt with one another differently. They had a different mindset and understanding. They walked, you know, in a way that we're not accustomed to. So if you're going to go that route and just to say the Bible said, because it's in the Bible and we should, you know, do it like that, you got to be willing to actually have all of the components that they had in the Bible as the Bible exemplified, right? So they owned, they had land, they had, many times wealth, and
the young women were, I mean, they were
mature,
according to extra biblical text talking about but the extra biblical information regarding Israel and how they functioned. The whole family worked in agriculture. Kids, and kids didn't. Kids had time to play, but they knew how to work as well. They were not given to idleness. So these days, you know, and especially in our Western mentality, we kind of dumb our kids down. Unlike you know, places like Finland. Finland, their kids, the way they grow up, I mean, they climb trees. You know, they like kindergarten. That's what their learning is. And just check out Finland. Finland is #1 in the world as far as education is concerned, and they allow the children to be explore and experience their world and experience what they are able to do. Unlike, you know, we bubble wrap our kids over here in the United States. So like you said, we're different. It's a different mentality, different sense of understanding.
You know, you got older women that want these boy friends. They want these boy toys. It's good and it's cute in the beginning and what have you. But what about when she starts mothering him? Or smothering him.
Well, and I feel like it kind of goes with, you know, most times, you know, like mama's boys, you know, it can kind of go into that, which you've never had, you kind of find in that person, you know.
That's a good point.
You know,
but like, just the term boy toy. What are your intentions with that? Like, you know, that it's basically calling her a pedophile without calling her a pedophile.
Like, they don't call the woman a man toy, a girl toy.
So they're definitely double standards.
Double standards.
But they do have other words.
What do they call them?
The sugar babies.
Arm candy. Oh, sugar babies. Arm candies.
Being called, or like
that is derogatory. That's actually way worse than being a boy toy.
Sugar baby? Being a sugar baby, like as normalized as it's become.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say, like, if you go on YouTube nowadays, especially,
Mark and D,
you'll hear a lot of people talking about
beautiful people.
Right, but you'll still hear people talk about it, talk badly, you know, about.
I just feel like it's been so normalized.
But that's also that's this generation. You know, we're not looking outside.
Right.
Come for our nuts.
Yeah, and me personally, and that's where the double standard. Well, not exactly double standard, but that's what I was going to bring out earlier too, as well, is the fact that us women, we just have that nurturing nature, and so like when dealing with, which is why I believe, or why I feel, my opinion, that Kenan may have, or that he filed for divorce, is because, you know, she's older than him or whatever by, you know, a good amount of time. But like with that, it's just like you automatically get into that mothering nature or whatever, and it's just like, oh yeah, you my boo, but you still treat him like
your son. And not only that, depending on how old he was when they got together, because if he's 41 now, she's 51.
And he was well established. Let's talk about that money piece. You know, she was established. I mean, he was established, and he was, you know, it wasn't like he needed her for money.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Nick Cannon. It's not like Nick Cannon needed Mariah Carey for money.
I mean,
Because he was doing some things. I'm just saying it wasn't.
Here's my thing with Nick Cannon though. Nick Cannon was a different situation. He's obviously a big colorist or whatever. So I think that's why he went for Mariah, because he always chooses these women that are so-called still black, but they don't look anything like him. You know. So
that's another particular situation.
That's why that is.
But just looking at the fact that he chose this older woman, it wasn't like some people are making it out to that Jaron is, getting with Erykah because she got money, or
he made
anybody else
already.
But my thing is with Nick Cannon though.
Thanks, Dexter. Thanks, man.
Yeah, he says we're teaching the truth. So much of this is needed. Black love and legacy in action. Yes.
I'm sorry, real quick.
But no, Nick Cannon, he, I think they wanted the power couple look. So that's somebody that is in the industry that still so-called calls themselves black, and can give them that status, because everybody wants a Jay-Z and Beyonce, and Jay-Z and Beyonce, that's another huge age
got too. Yes, it is.
Okay, so I have a question for everybody in the chat and everybody here. I just came up with this, so this is hot off the press. Okay, so if you have the age difference, right? Do you personally know of those that are successful? If you know someone who is successful, being it the younger, let's say that they're with a younger man. If you know that, you know somebody that is successful, don't name names, but if you do know somebody that is successful, and put 17, put a 17 in the chat. If you know someone who is successful, I know y'all know I got crazy numbers.
I'm trying to think somebody who is successful.
Who's successful with a younger man.
Well, but actually still name names, because that.
No, not if you know them personally.
Oh no, not if you know them personally, but like celebrities. If you know,
if you know a celebrity or something like that.
Put their names in there.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman and his wife.
I didn't know he was even married.
Hugh Jackson is married. Yeah, he's married.
Wolverine.
Gotta talk on it right
I got this. Okay, so we've got some. Okay, Roddy says nope.
Mark and D, 17 years? Come on with it. Come on with it.
Wait a minute. Mark and D says someone we know personally is dating someone about 15 years her junior. At first we had an issue, but after over 3 years, we see him as more mature than his number of years and taking care of business. Okay, all right. So there we have it. Work.
We didn't say that it couldn't.
We did not say, okay.
Yes, we didn't say that it was good. There are a set of unique challenges.
Says, oh no, sorry.
Yeah. Shayna. Yeah,
that's
so
Shayna. Oh, I don't have my glasses. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, she's faking the phone.
Yep, says Shayna. Okay. All right, so
put 18, put a 17.
Put an 18 in it.
There you go.
Mark D says 17. Yes. Okay, so what about the other way around? What about having, so I said younger man.
Wait, Danny Yahoo is
what about the opposite?
He said, Mama,
do you know of, let's say 20, let's go higher, let's say 20 years. Is the relationship a healthy relationship, would you say? If there's about a 15 to 20 year, and it is the opposite, it's the man that's older than the woman 20 years. I need you to put in, for this one, I need you to put in a 20. Put 20 in the chat if you know someone 15 to 20 year difference, and you would say that they have a healthy relationship.
Yeah, I feel like
what define healthy?
Well, we can definitely say that they have good communication. There is no power and control issues, no manipulation, no abuse of any kind. They're actually equal. They're partners. She's not treated like a little girl. Being mother. Right.
Yeah, and he's not being mother, and so on and so forth. He's not being mother.
I have a question.
So be sure.
After Evan, I have a question.
I don't like the question.
I don't see any 20s in the chat.
He don't even have it.
Oh, he does. Okay.
But so, and this is just something that I'm like thinking about, like as we're thinking about it. But the difference, because I mean personally, I can't think of any relationships where the woman is older than the man, really, that I know personally, and even with either or, but just like what I see, like from celebrities, from anything else, because Angel got us watching this Real Housewives of Potomac.
So good.
Boy.
One of the girls on there, her husband.
What are y'all learning from that?
You
can
learn
talk about
a
that
lot.
next time.
Yes, hold on. My husband is 60 and she's 30.
Yes,
They looking from a different
she
lens.
was 26, right?
Well, yeah, 26 when
She's
they got
26.
together. He was like in his
Oh, okay, yeah. So, anyways, it's a huge gap, and she was having that same issue where he was just, really using his power and abusing his power, and he had money, and he was white. Sorry, to me, it's just a terrible mixture. But yeah, so it was just like,
Mama.
I'm sorry,
You gotta bite it.
but let me stop. But yeah, I feel like the difference, and I'm not saying that it goes all across the board, but I feel like the difference could very much be with a woman being okay with letting someone younger than her be. Like, a lot of times you don't see a woman fighting to be, fighting to prove something that, I got this, I'm older than you, I got the power, I got this,
Right.
You don't see that. You don't see a woman, fighting. Like, a lot of times, and it's all apply to everybody, but a lot of times, she's okay when, and this is why I say, if you lead correctly, she'll submit easily. And that's just how it is. But if you show yourself, leading, I mean, submission will be just
Easy breezy.
So I feel like it kind of that's one of the kind of changing things. Like with a man, it's almost like he feels like he gotta prove something, or he has that you need to know that he's in control. And it's just like,
and the thing is, there is no having control.
With like the older man, I feel like there's no problem with it being an older man than an older woman.
Right.
Because an older woman can still allow someone younger than her to lead.
The Mashiach said, if anybody is going to be a leader, he must first be a servant. This alpha male westernized thought process is thrown off. The understanding of submission. The understanding of submission is totally different.
Where the beta male?
If you are
where the beta male at? Hey, I'm gonna be a beta. I'm kidding.
Oh my!
So this Rambo mentality, even when we talk about the leading type thing, again, nothing wrong with leading, but that was a partnership. When you go back to the original design at the beginning, they were complementary.
Absolutely.
So if these people are 20, 30 years difference in time and they have a center, Kiefer got into my business early.
He came in
before I can get in there. He started. Kiefer, you started stuff before I could get in there. Right? Now, I appreciate it, man. But truth be told, according to your spiritual center, according to your patron, you being submitted to your patron deity, and according to my tradition, my constitution, in the beginning, they were complementary to each other, much like my hand. That neither hand is better than the other.
That's right.
They fit together very well. So in that, understanding that whole thing about submission, and I'm not going to preach, but anyway, I just want to go over a couple of these things. It's about 12 facts about the older woman, younger man relationship. Number one, there's a great deal of sexual compatibility. And some people be like, what? Why?
If the woman is older.
The woman is older. Because what happens is, what happens is a young man, his sex drive is higher. Younger women's sex drive is not higher. And this is science. You can go and look it up if you want to. And a woman's sexual drive goes up later on in her years, right?
Come back. I don't know what
that qualifies as Cougar. That qualifies as Cougar.
Okay.
Right
Anyway.
I'm not trying to dig that.
So anyway, that the sexual compatibility is there. So there is a financial ease in an older woman, younger man relationship. Now, what I I got to go and see what they talking about.
Yeah.
And that matter of fact, I'll put this I'm gonna put this thing in the chat for y'all to, because we coming up on our time. I'm gonna put this in the chat for y'all to check this particular thing out. Oh, that's not
Staccato 09 says, but not all young men are the same though.
That's absolutely correct.
Some of them are settlers and they want to get with a woman that will take care of them.
Exactly.
They want to be the baby.
Talk about a settler.
Be the woman.
What's a settler?
A settler is the male version of a gold.
Basically,
Pretty much.
That is.
That's what it
Yep.
is.
Well,
You
that
just
is.
there to eat, sleep with her, and get the benefits and all that
live
kind of
with
stuff,
her.
and live just rent free,
Mm.
so loose and fancy free. That's
Right.
what it is.
Okay, so the next thing,
Shout out to
and y'all can go and look at some other stuff.
He's the one that
The
told us.
Okay.
yes. So yeah, he told us about that. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go this last one, but I put the article in the chat for y'all to go and check it out. Such relationships go. No, I'm sorry. Health wise, an older woman, younger man relationship makes more sense. Why? Because men's life expectancy is shorter than women.
Yes.
Y'all need to get together.
Yes.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Now that's just some of the things that they say.
That's some of the things.
And-
Some of the things they say.
Okay.
Let's also talk about how these older men, it makes sense why these older women want to go for younger men sometimes, because these older
Older
men
men go for younger women.
What?
She said older women go for young.
It's listening. You just
Oh,
said
okay.
Oh, what she said?
basically.
Anyway,
Oh.
so with I think something
It's
that
my older
Ariel
ears.
said earlier about them not being compatible and stuff like that, and I think somebody else said that the older men want to, which is why they go for the younger women. That's the thing. They're chasing their youth. They still want to be posted up, chilling with their boys and stuff. When the older women is just like, no, I want stability. I want, to settle down and stuff like that. So, it's just like the conflicting.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to decide what word to use, but it's just not. It's not.
And let me say this, to just continue this observation, right? I believe that if you can, again, Evan brought it out, if you can look at a man and say, I can follow him, he's worthy enough, I've seen his example, he can lead me somewhere. It has to be based upon that. If you can, it lead me somewhere, yes.
You can lead me to the ditch.
Right. Great
to,
point, Zoe. Great point.
To the corner store. You can lead me to the bedroom, but you
So
can't lead me to the house.
Lead me to where, of course, my life is beneficial, right? And it's a purposed living, right? So it has got to be based upon that. It cannot just be, getting with somebody just because they look good in the moment, because those bags are gonna start coming. Those eyes gonna start sagging. And the belly's going to start. Yes, it's going to happen. Gravity will kick in. So keep that in mind. We got to be able to say that, I can be led by him.
But see, there's even a double standard with that.
Oh my!
That's what
I had a situation where
yes.
I said I wanted to get down in smaller size, and my wife was like, "Oh no, you're not. You ain't getting down." I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
Wait, what?
If I wanted to lose weight and get back to a certain weight, and you were like, because I got this dad bod happening, and I'm not fit.
you're a father. I mean, do you not see
Oh
that?
my gosh.
But if I want to swell up,
I'm just saying.
But she talking about
No. It was,
so a man can be fat and out of shape.
No, absolutely not.
Well, no, but I see where that is going though.
Yeah,
I see where you're going though.
It's a double
like
standard.
you're okay,
and I will never say
it's okay for men. No, but it's like it's okay for men to have a belly
And
it's
lose
okay
it.
to
Look
and
absolutely
lose
sideways, and
but
still.
the women,
That's
snap back.
saying.
Snap back.
With the older woman,
You're saying that's what society.
That yeah.
Right,
That's
that's
what
what
Because
everyone
Money
said
Lane.
earlier. Yeah, that's what everyone was saying earlier.
When the woman is
Hold on.
older and
They
she
have to
looks
look
good,
good.
like she has to look good in
Right.
order for it to be acceptable. To
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
made that observation from all of the women that were on the presentation. They all
They all look good.
They
were
did.
cute
They did.
or
Or
not.
look
Right.
younger,
I didn't
or
say
just
cute.
Now, they look young. Okay.
They looked there.
Vol
They looked
said,
like they were around the same age.
I'm not a cougar. Leandro lied about his age.
Call it out.
I'm like calling out.
Call him
Yeah.
out. Leandro. Hey, but see, they had a common goal. They worked together in their business. And I think he works outside the house too. But he loved that woman. He said, I'm gonna get this woman.
and Ball knew that he was worthy to be, to be her leader. She could follow him, right? So that's the work part. We gotta take a look at that. But it's been amazing conversation. Wait,
Hey,
Ball
what's up,
Fan
Christopher?
says the combo is very nuanced.
Okay, come on with it.
What do you?
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
And there are other complexities to it. But we just wanted to have that conversation.
Yeah.
And
So
we
this
wanted to
ain't
talk about that.
everything.
Yeah, this ain't
Not
it.
at all.
We're not
Scratch the surface.
we're not condoning. We're just going over some of the things to consider or condemning.
Right.
Right?
You can have a relationship like that and be flourishing. You can do your thing. Ain't nobody hate.
No, but like Rodney said, I am gonna have a problem. I'm just gonna be honest.
With us.
It's an opinion. It's how you feel.
No, I'm talking about I'm gonna have a problem if somebody my age
Comes from one of your daughters.
come at one of my daughters.
Literally earlier today.
And it happens.
I was just
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to
Okay,
reference
Evan,
all
you're
Okay, I'm
staying
going
at
with
home.
you. I'm going with
No.
you.
You're not
I'm
going
going with you.
No, that's
Bye.
stupid.
She
I'm
gonna
not doing that.
We're just teasing.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I know,
Say it
right?
again.
Serious.
Like-
Like, he's scratching
no, I'm not.
Yeah, you work with E Square, Lord.
But you not fat though.
Yeah.
Baby girl, I didn't the prayer Jabez didn't happen around my waist, and so my territory has been expanded.
Okay.
So-
Happy Thursday, y'all.
He's good. He has I have put a measuring post in our restroom, and he's still within that boundary. So no worries. He's still good.
That is so toxic. Oh my gosh, that is so toxic. I'm going to act like you act. No.
I'm just saying.
No.
Thank y'all for sharing.
No.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
No, thank y'all for
Thank
backing
y'all
me
for
up on
joining the
that.
conversation.
Yeah, thank y'all for joining us in the conversation. Again, look, like, share, and subscribe. Before we get off, put hit that old thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell whenever we're on live.
Right.
And matter of fact, comment, continue to comment, but also let us know what are some other things that
Other
you might want
topics
to.
that you would love to see. If you would love to see our faces,
Yes, girl, we would love to
Right.
see
our comments,
topics you would love
and
to
our
see.
thoughts.
I do have one thing that the audience can kind of ponder over too, and say what they want to say about it. If you are a woman, would you consider being with somebody that is 10 years and up, 10 years plus older than you? Why or why not? And if you are a male, also just the same, would you like to be with somebody that is 10 years plus older than you? Why and why not? So,
So
Yes.
the woman, huh? Okay. See, I dated younger girls twice, and they didn't end.
59 minutes and 33
They
seconds.
didn't end well. I even dated a woman that was almost
So
twice my
So
age.
you're like Rodney.
What do you mean?
Rodney said he didn't date younger women.
Yeah, I did twice, and it wasn't. It just didn't plan out. And somebody was almost a young lady was almost twice my age.
Well, there should be a
Was
part
twice
two.
my age.
Yeah.
part
You
two.
know, but but anyway, part through.
Put 100 in the chat. If you want a part two.
Yes.
All right. Go to that website. Go to that website. I forgot to put that on the screen, but anyway, go to their website, get your gear and everything, and if you want to support other couples who may need our services regarding coaching, relationship coaching, send them our way, y'all. Send them our way. We're developing.
I know y'all want to cuddle like my.
Yeah.
Gotta have healthy
And
Singles.
singles.
Singles,
Oh, that's
stay
true. Yes.
stay tuned. We've got some good things coming for the singles because this little crowd right here, the society behind us, they are keeping us in the know and our ears to the street on what the singles are.
What's going on?
Yes. So thank you guys for tuning in. Y'all have a good one.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Peace and blessings.
We did not break
I thought it was multiplied.
It be either or.
For real, I thought it was too.